All right, so bridge and tunnel. I'm very excited to talk about this because that cusp of the 70s to 80s is who I am, I think, somewhere around there too. So, these characters have so many different ideals and dreams. What do you think it is about Jill and Jimmy's dreams that are interesting for the year? Or do you think that time period is just one of those things that they might have themselves, whether it's National Geographic or fashion?
I think specifically why do those dreams pertain to like the 1980s, you mean?
Maybe around the time, or maybe just them themselves, escaping Long Island in their own specific way, one going as far as wanting to go to Alaska and the other one as far as Manhattan.
Yeah, I mean, look, back then, like leaving home was a very physical experience. Nowadays, things are a little bit more virtual, especially now. So in order to get away, and it's very common in Australia that when you turn 18, you just get the F out and you leave and you travel and you go away. And so it makes sense to me that like these kids want to do that. And I think also back then the 80s was like, I mean, every decade has had its like, fermenting cultural like moments. And the 80s is when there was like a really an interesting turning point for, I think, fashion and culture and music. And so it's really cool that like these kids want to be at the forefront of what that new experience is. But I don't know.
To speak to Jill, as we start these episodes, she is very much in control, or especially, of Jimmy for sure, but also her mind too. So I have to ask, did you both talk about the control matrix between the two? Because I could not see a puppy dog bigger that was chasing along than Jimmy. So
I mean, isn't it obvious? Wouldn't you want to chase after me?
That just happened naturally. Yeah.
Yeah, day one, honey. Sam, you want to talk about how obsessed you are with me?
Yeah, it really just happened naturally. Kate just makes it easy to be obsessed with her. Cool person. And but seriously, like Kate made it really easy. And I think, I guess I could attest it to COVID and being in a hotel for 6 weeks, but I don't know. I like to think if I was traveling, to and from home from set, I would be just as obsessed with her.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with COVID.
Nothing.
Sam and I have a very beautiful relationship, and I feel immensely lucky that it was him and that I got to do this with him. Like, I adore this guy. I think he's so talented and special. And we just had a blast. Like, it's so rare that your on-screen love interest is also someone that you feel so strongly about, and it makes your job so much easier. But just to speak to the characters too, and Sam, you can talk about Jimmy, but like what I do love about Jill, having watched the show back, is that she is just very down the line. Like, she doesn't control through any sort of manipulation. I think she like wields sex to try and get what she wants, but because she wants it too. And I think that it's cool to see a female character who is as kind of grounded and upfront as she is. Like, she's always saying what she means and meaning what she says. And I just think that's cool. But, and Jimmy's just so fucking cute. He's such a little sweetheart. Like, how could you not love him?
Jimmy and I are very similar in the sense that we both want everything. So yeah, I can go to Alaska for 6 months and then she'll be there. And why not? I want them both.
No. Very, very cool.
Jill's a catch, why wouldn't you want to like knock her up and tie her down? Like, she rocks.
Is that the option for all times, or just the 1970s, 1980 thing where it's like knock her up and you got her? She's yours.
Yeah, I mean, that's like an old fashioned. I mean, it doesn't apply anymore, I guess. You got options now. But back then, you were a little less optioned.